tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slaughter me stomach. Hungry for it, see it issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real conceited. Got good, go retrieve it. Short, small, when that's from Cali, but the cheetah put out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the North Star State, where the sounds of the Yaller horn and the Skol chant echo throughout U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys responded well to their season-opening loss, winners a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing from the outset is Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They'll go play action here with Penix. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On third down, Penix from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week, as he said. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. On the return there, gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Now McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a
big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
First down.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Second and 8.
The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and his hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you can get there to time.
The kicks away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who the playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First and 10 at the 47.
They'll throw with Penix. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver.
Lucas Van Ness. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll run with Robinson. And only about a yard there as he takes him from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To the air, Penix. Now he'll take under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Lucas Van Ness. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he wisely will throw that one away. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh, nice move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
To the air with McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70. Go.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
70 Lions.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area.
Taken down for the fifth time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On first and 10, it's Carter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And looking to throw, Penix. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
The
Vikings offense now heading out to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Murphy running straight ahead. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Vikings have it set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a 1st down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side. Taken in by Jefferson. Well, he's only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Murphy. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. McCarthy operating from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Murphy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll run on 1st down. Woodard. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you got the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Here now, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Looking to throw Penix. That's complete to Mooney. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Gain on the play. And the Falcons.
Here's Penix. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Penix. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge.
Complete to Kadero Hodge. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down.
Second and 14. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete. They did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They run with Murphy to begin the drive. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 6. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll throw with Penix. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On third down, Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he works free. He may go. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Allen Gordon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That flag that'll push him back 5.
Third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To the air, Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll start the drive with Murphy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh,
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's go. 18.
Now McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a give here to Murphy. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. On play action. Now McCarthy. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Well, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A gain of
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Go! 70 Lions!
They'll run left with Murphy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Falcons 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
McCarthy off the play fake. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Viking 18. Go.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To the air with McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
14 yards.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
70 Lion. Check out.
They'll go with Murphy here on first down. Gets around him. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's complete to Dobbs.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Throwing is McCarthy.
He finds his man complete. That's Murphy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. But a great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And we'll be back in a moment. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
In motion goes the tight end.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Penix to the air once more. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He's to the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still second down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw Penix. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
There they'll play action. Here's McCarthy. He gets it to Addison.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Murphy trying to pick it up on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 121 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On the handoff, it's Murphy. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. It's starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Warner. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murphy. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on fourth down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying it. We all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now Penix. Caught by London. They juked him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
34 yards. And the Falcons, first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things going to be more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. Special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now Murphy. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline. The problem is because now, as you pointed out, it's very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 10. A minute 12 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sound.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Here's Penix. Now he's going to step up and run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. He's got Mooney.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll throw with Penix. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.